What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Keezy. It ain't easy being Keezy, and in today's video we got some streetwear and non-streetwear pickups, and then by the end of the video I will also give you a little update on what's going on with the raw denim that I'm producing. Not an announcement, but more so an update. Let's get it. Alright, the first brand that I really want to shout out that had sent over some stuff is actually the brand called -2, and I have some pants from them as well. This brand, -2, is actually a brand that I talked about on my underappreciated streetwear brands, like little series that I do on the channel. I like to kind of give a little shout out to brands that I think that are doing a pretty good job. It's just surface value, right? I don't know all the politics behind some of these brands, but I just see it on Instagram. It looks tight. Some pieces I like, some pieces I don't. And this one stuck out to me. I talked about it on the channel, and then they ended up reaching out to me and they were like, hey, like, you know, we'll send you over some stuff. So huge shout out to -2. I liked the text on here. It kind of has like some Helvetica font on these. I don't know if it's like actually vintage Levi's, but they do look like they're kind of washed already. Beautiful, beautiful pair of pants. They fit pretty nice. Obviously it's Levi's sizing, so go true to size, I believe. But I'm gonna show you some B-roll here as well. And then they happened to send this over, which I haven't even opened this yet. And this is one of their t-shirts. I think they just dropped this, so wow, I'm opening it for the first time. I don't know what type of blanks that they're using, but it kind of got like an all over print, and it says -2 right on the front there, and then on the back you got some more graphics there as well. I thought it was interesting, like the way they put their graphics together is it's not typical. They look like they use a lot more skulls. You know, basically what it reminds me of, does anyone see that movie RoboCop? Was it RoboCop with Arnold Schwarzenegger? He was and then his enemy was like this guy that like turns into like liquid or something like that. You guys remember that? That was way back in the day. Gen Z doesn't even know what the hell that is. They're like, what the hell is that? What are you talking about? No, but in that movie he had an enemy, and his enemy it looks like the graphic looks like this. You feel me? I think it looks tight, you know what I'm saying? They did a good job with these, and he was nice enough to send me 2 pieces, so big shout out to -2. Go check them out, go shoot them a follow, and you know, you can get more information on their Instagram. So let's move on to the next item. Alright, next up, man, I'm so excited for this. I don't have a scissor. Let me get a scissor. Not really a scissor, but it's my keys. So excited for this because I now can finally start collecting the lettered Bapestas. Yeah, that's right. So now I have 1 out of 4 of the, I think they call them lettered Bapestas, which is basically for Letterman, because for like college sports teams they always make those Letterman jackets, or even for like Major League Baseball and all those type of stuff. There's always like Letterman jackets that have like chenille patches, and the star on these Bapestas have a chenille patch to them. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful release. They came in 4 different colors, which I will show you right here, and I'm just happy to have these. These are a size 9, not that bad, but the condition is actually really nice, really nice. Unfortunately, these came out during a time where it says Bape on the sole right there, if you can see that, and it doesn't say Ape. I wish it did say Ape on there, because also the back stitching is not the greatest compared to the OG pairs. You can tell by that little R right there, it's kind of connected to the B. And when it comes to Bapestas, for those who don't collect or aren't into Bapestas, basically, in my eyes anyway, and anybody else that does collect Bapestas, basically when you see the Bape on the sole and it doesn't say Ape, that is equivalent, that's pretty equivalent to when people buy Jordans. Let's say you bought a pair of 4s and it comes with the Jumpman and it doesn't come with the Nike Air. Like the Nike Air is like saying Ape on there, APE. But if you got the Jumpman is basically when it says Bape on there. To my knowledge, I think the whole Bape sole thing, and someone needs to clarify this for me. Maybe in the future I need to speak to someone from corporate Bape and ask them what the real answer is, because there's so much, I don't want to say conspiracy, but there's so much like loose information out there that people think they know and they don't know as to why they ended up changing this whole thing. My guess is because there was so much legality reasons that happened between Bape after Nigo had left, and or maybe Bape all along was already licensing the Air Force One silhouette for years, and then when Nigo left, he probably wanted to kind of preserve the look of the OG Bapestas. That's my guess. I don't know if that's true or not. That's what I'm thinking. I would need to speak to someone that actually works for like Bape Corporate. So if anybody from Bape Corporate is out there and wants to reach out to me and tell me what the real story is, because even resellers try to tell me these stories, and I'd be sitting there like, I don't know if I believe you, dog. Like, you're just a reseller. Unless you work there, then you would know the real story, because this shit happened, the transition happened in like 2011, right? Or 2011, 2012. You know how long ago that was? 8 years ago, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Some of the later pairs are still lit to me, but of course, the OG pairs from like damn near 10 years ago at this point now, 10 plus years ago are all the ones I'm really trying to collect. But hopefully in the future, I will get a chance to get the other ones. The gray one is fire, the blue one is whoo, crazy fire, and also the green one. Man, if I can have all those lined up, boy, complete the set, perfect. Perfect. Anyways, dope pair of shoes. Let's move on to the next item. So next up, big shout out to HMDDLA. Did I say that right? Somewhere around there. I'll put their @ right here or their Instagram here for you. If you guys didn't already watch one of my kind of like meme videos I did of like starter kits, I wore this t-shirt. I got a lot of people asking me where I got it. And if you just hit up this Instagram right here, you can find out where to get it. In fact, I think this is like the only t-shirt that they're selling at the moment. Obviously, you know who's on the front. That's Malcolm X. People have not seen the back though. The back has this huge X on the back, and then it has a quote from him. I don't think this came from like my underappreciated whatever videos. I think this brand just kind of reached out to me and said, hey, you know, we're willing to send you over a t-shirt, and I liked it. So I gotta say this to put it on wax for everybody, because I make these underappreciated streetwear brand videos. I make like starter kit videos right now and doing like whole series on that, and there's just a lot of things streetwear related, and I understand that right now there's a lot of streetwear brands that want to reach out to me and like somehow like, you know, get the t-shirt on me, whatever, what have you. And I appreciate y'all, and I understand, and I get it. I just can't get to everybody. Like my unread DMs is 99 plus at this point. Every day it's 99 plus, so sometimes I sift through it, sometimes I don't. And also, it's not an offense. I know sometimes people could reach out to me, and then I feel bad that I can't always like collaborate with everybody, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if the content creator, myself, or whoever you're giving your brand out to and you're handing it to them, if the person isn't necessarily feeling it, you're both wasting each other's time, right? And I'm not saying just because I don't answer, I'm not feeling it, but maybe for me, it doesn't work for me. It might work for a different content creator that's out there. Hopefully you guys understand. All right, next up, we got this Frisco hat. But this is not just like your everyday Frisco hat. And yes, I say Frisco to everybody out there. I know there's this whole thing going on in the Bay right now in the past like 3-4 years that like all these little Gen Zers, I don't know who it is exactly, but it's like people that are from the city don't like to say the word Frisco anymore. And it's like, bro, every rap song says the word Frisco, so don't play with me. And I've been saying Frisco since I was younger, so don't play with me, all right? I've been saying Frisco, and I'm gonna keep saying Frisco. I'm gonna say all of it. I don't care. That's how I describe the city. It is what it is, right? I ended up making this hat because I couldn't go online and find this exact SF logo that you see here. This SF logo is a little bit different. You can see the F part of it actually extends a little bit farther. Izzy, if you're watching this, fill us in the comments and let us know what the difference was there. Was there a year difference? I don't know. I was trying to look up the information as to why they end up making like this SF logo and then this SF logo. They're different. And sometimes it's like a bold looking logo, and sometimes it's like a little bit skinnier. But that F is like super important. But actually, before searching for this hat online and not being able to find it, I saw Larry June wearing it in his music video, and he had the classic one. I think his is a fitted. His isn't a snapback. I put my own little logo on the back there, but he had the gray bottom, he had the white lining to it. I didn't tag this one up. If you guys have seen some of my other pickup videos, I've custom made hats, you know, in the past and stuff like that. There does need to be a little bit of adjustments to this. I do need to make the crown a little bit smaller. Currently talking to the manufacturer to get that done. The next one that comes in, I'll definitely talk about it on the new picks video. So let's move on to the next item. All right, some of y'all have already seen these on my Instagram, and some of y'all have already seen these on, I don't know, where else did I post this? I talked about it very lightly on my video about Travis Scott multi-pocket Evisus, that custom pair that he made. We don't know if it's, you know, we don't know if those are gonna, you know, happen. We're looking at Travis Scott's track record and dealing with brands and showing sample stuff and whatever. He's probably gonna do a collaboration with Evisu. I already gave my thoughts on it. If you want to know more about it, go click that video. It was like 2 or 3 videos ago. But I got my Evisu multi-pockets back. I say back because I've owned these before, man. I've owned these way back in the day. This might be in this specific colorway my 3rd pair I've ever owned. So if you guys wanted to see the little tag right there, 2001 fit, size 34. These actually got shipped straight from Japan. I got a decent deal on it. I mean, I'm not gonna brag and say it was the best deal in the world, but it was nice. I definitely didn't pay retail. I mean, I think these things retailed at like 600, 650 or something like that. And also, I can only just imagine working for someone that has to deal with the manufacturing for multi-pockets. I mean, right now I'm making my Raw Denim, and I can tell you right now, I'm already going through so many issues. It's unbelievable, and I can only imagine how it would be trying to produce these pants with this many pockets on them, you know, in certain directions and tilted a certain way, and having to describe that to the manufacturer. I would go nuts. I would go nuts. I will go nuts. But anyways, I don't want to repeat myself too much because I've talked so much about multi-pocket Evisus. Like I mentioned in that video, this is definitely a grail, but there's a different grail other than this one. The real grail is this one. I need this one. I've never owned this one before, and I think there's one more too, if I'm not mistaken. And if there is, I'll show you here, but if not, then you know it is what it is. This is the pair though. I've been wanting that one. This one tends to be a little bit more expensive sometimes, and also the condition of these online, you can like never find this one in a brand new condition. It's like usually this pair specifically, which doesn't have the goals on the back pockets and then has like the kanji on the back instead, usually is like always beat up, and the condition is always just like pretty shit, if you ask me. Let me give you the update on what's going on with the Raw Denim. Kind of saved, I don't want to say best for last, but I'm going to be repeating myself for those who have just been tuning into lives and also been watching this. But the biggest issue right now, let's just start off with that. The biggest issue right now with producing the Raw Denim, ironically, is not the fit. The fitting and the way they cut the denim to my liking, as far as what the measurements that I send them are very on point, okay? But the only thing that's not on point right now is the rivets. If you don't know what rivets are, it's this piece right here. You've seen it many times on denim. This is not a rivet. This is a button, and it does come as a button fly. But these are the rivets, either on the pocket, that kind of hold the pants together. And the issue that I'm having is that it's hard to find specific rivets that are strong enough to withhold themselves. And the basis of where I'm starting from is actually something like this. I know I'm showing the multi-pocket again here, but the rivets that Evisu uses are definitely rivets that I want to use. So this little rivet right here, they're very different. Why? Because the diameter of them are a little bit bigger than what I'm getting on my sample pair. And also these puncture all the way through, and I need that. I need them to puncture all the way through and lock themselves into the pants like perfectly. Basically, that's what I'm looking for. I have kind of gone through you know, different samples of them sending me different rivets, and they're like, yeah, we can customize them, this and that. And some of the pants that come in, I can't even lie to y'all, I can't even front, some of the rivets fall off. And that is a huge issue for me. I just can't produce pants for you guys and the rivets fall off. Like that would be a nightmare. That would just be a nightmare. I don't think I can sleep well at night if I produce something for y'all and rivets fall off. That doesn't work for me. If that does happen, it would be a nightmare. So I'm going through the process of finding a good manufacturer that could produce some really good quality rivets, so that I can send them to the people that produce these to punch them in correctly. That is where we're at right now, all right? And then also, as far as like branding goes and other things like that, I'm talking with the factory about those things, because I'm not about to just sell you guys blank pants. This is going to be like the introduction, so to speak, of my own brand. I want to make sure that it's something solid and it's something that is worth talking about. I don't want it to just be something that even myself, I just blow over. I'm like, yeah, I made pants and you know, whatever. Like, no, it's got to be something that y'all appreciate, but in order for you to appreciate it, I gotta appreciate it myself. It's gotta be something that I like, and that's the whole reason we're starting this anyway, right? Alright, so I appreciate y'all. I wish I had more to talk about, but I don't. That is pretty much it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys and girls keep it locked. From clothing, music to culture, it is your boy Keezy, and I'm out. Peace.
You want to do, and it's just gonna take a minute, but it's gonna work out. Like if you try to cut corners and you put costumes on to do shit, yeah, you gonna get straight, but at what cost, you know what I'm saying? And how you feel. When you do this shit for you, 100% for you, you could grind and stay up for 5 or 6 days and not really be tired because it's for you.